Hey everybody, welcome back to RC with Adam. My name is Adam. Did you just get one of those super cheap generic capture cards that cost like $25 or $30 or $15? In this case, oh wow, the price went down a lot. I should buy another one. Because if you did, the whole point of this video is you should probably take the case off of that capture card, because the main thing that I heard, the main negative thing that I heard about people using this capture card was that it would overheat, or it would work for a little while and then suddenly stop working for some reason, probably because of overheating, or it would just get really hot and it would be hot to the touch because of the metal case. Well, look, you got to take off that metal case if you want to avoid the overheating. That's what I'm thinking, at least, aside from, barring some sort of actual defect with the product and the soldering or something like that, because that metal case is basically a little oven that is put around the board and all of the stuff inside. Because the problem is that they put a heat sink. I mean, the good thing is they put a heat sink on the board, so you have that nice heat sink there, but there's no thermal connection to the actual outside of the case. So the case is basically trapping all of the heat, and there's actually no vents or anything. So I would just take that case off. I've been using it without the case for quite a while now. By the way, what I'm talking about is this guy right here. I believe this was the same brand. There's just a bunch of generic ones. It's kind of weird how it just dropped into the market because of the whole COVID thing, everybody working from home, and then it became in really high demand, and so everybody was buying up capture cards, and then this thing came out and it's like generic and a bunch of different brands and manufacturers, or maybe there's just one manufacturer. Kind of weird, like suspiciously convenient. But this one apparently is like $16. I think I bought it when it was like $25. But still, $25, it's perfect. Like it's really fantastic for my purposes. I just started getting into more streaming and stuff on my channel, RC with Adam. Just in case you don't know, I do videos about drones and DIY electronics and RC stuff. Super cool. You should check it out. But this has been really helpful, really perfect. And I haven't been using it a ridiculous amount. I am using it right now to film this video though. So in terms of the quality, this is kind of what you're getting. I'm using OBS for the recording, and there are a lot of settings and things that I still need to learn how to use to change. And I think I just got to where I'm getting some of the best quality out of it that I've gotten so far. So if you like how this looks, and you think that this is acceptable, then you should probably try out one of these little capture cards, but make sure you take off the little cover there. Otherwise, it'll probably burn out because it does get pretty hot. And I haven't tried mine with the cover. I just took it off right away. And just a quick note about the sort of quality. I'm not qualified to review this product as like a streamer or anything like that. But as far as the video quality, it seems to be pretty good. It does give me options for like all these different video options when I'm setting it up in OBS. And it has 720p listed, but then it doesn't have 1080p listed. It just says high, and so I put it on the high setting, and I think that's 1080p, and it looks pretty good. And as far as the actual setup and use of it, really is just plug and play. I'm on a Mac and I'm using OBS, and really I just connect it to my camera via like a HDMI adapter thing. The camera's a Lumix FZ300, and I just plug it into the USB port. And by the way, just for beginners, because I didn't know this, if you have multiple USB ports, you got to plug it into the same USB port. Otherwise, it will not show up again in OBS when you plug it back into a different USB port. Again, the settings in OBS, I think, are those are going to make a big difference in terms of how it processes the video, and so I'm still tweaking those. But I will say that I have noticed in the preview, which I'm looking at right now, it looks darker. It looks darker than what I see in my video camera, and it also looks darker than what actually shows up in the recorded video. Like if I'm recording in an MKV format, and then I change it to I remux it to MP4, then it looks brighter in the MP4. I don't know if this is going to help anybody, but in tweaking all the settings and stuff, changing the CRF in the recording, the video output, and then in the recording section, changing the CRF has made like a really big difference on the quality. It does increase the file size and everything, but that seems to be the biggest change that I've noticed to improve the video quality. And at first I thought maybe it was the video capture card that like it just couldn't do very good quality or something, but I think it's just the OBS settings. So again, I'm new to all of this, but maybe this will be helpful. If it was, let me know. If you have questions about it, I'll try to answer them if I can. So you can leave those in the comments section, and I'll have a link to this particular capture card that I got in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again very soon.